Welcome to the Mac and Maj podcast. My name is Maj.
And this is Mac.
Let's kick it off, baby. Let's go.
Let's do it. Episode 2.
Episode 2.
Thanks, everyone, for joining in. Last time, we got a lot of views. We got a lot of good feedback from everyone, so we really appreciate it.
Got a lot of bad feedback, too.
You got a lot of bad
Guys,
feedback.
look. Here's the thing. We saw the camera. I know. I swear I know. Someone said our camera looks like how Stevie Wonder sees. I was like, come on, bro.
So this time we have a cameraman.
We hired an intern.
We hired an intern. He's sitting over there, and he's gonna be quiet, but
yeah, he's sitting
he's
over
here.
there.
He's gonna make sure that camera. See, I don't need to look at it unless it's
He's gonna take
done.
care of all of that. So hopefully we don't have that problem this time.
Yes, we will. But first podcast, first episode last week. I think we did good. Thanks everyone for tuning in, and we always appreciate you guys sharing and trying to make us bigger than what we are right now. We were 3 followers, right?
Yeah, we were 3 followers.
All right,
we were 3 followers. Now
but
we made it up.
But I got a lot of feedback.
Yeah,
and immediately, this is right after our we posted it. We went through everything. I got a lot of people calling me.
Yeah,
saying, "Yo, good job. I didn't know you were doing this. Where did you buy a studio?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna buy a studio."
Yeah.
But
you know what the funny shit was? So here's a little dilemma that we went through. Just a funny story. So me and Mac, we're on the phone, right? It's the morning. We're on the phone. We're talking about how are we gonna post this podcast, what time, yada yada yada, right? So the day before, I'm at Mac's house. We post the podcast on YouTube and SoundCloud because we want to get it out of the way. We just don't want to announce it yet, right? At about 10 in the morning, we're on the phone, right? And I get a message on Instagram, and I was like, someone mentioned you in their story. I was like, at 10 a.m.? Like, what did I do? So I pull up the story. I'm like, okay, what is this? And it was my cousin in Jordan. Shout out you know who you are. And he posted a picture of the podcast on YouTube. So he was watching it on YouTube before we even announced it, right? So I told insane. Mac, I was like, Mac, we got to get this out now. Because our podcast just got announced by somebody completely different.
We were in a rush.
Yeah.
We scrambled to the last minute.
Yeah, but I think it worked out well. So let's kick it off, baby.
It worked out well. And so cousins in Jordan, that's pretty funny because what I'm going to tell you is my cousin in Jordan.
Which one?
Called me.
Oh, well, don't tell me here.
But anyway, a cousin in Jordan called me.
Uh-huh.
And, no one knows me as Mac.
Yeah, no one knows you as Mac.
No one knows me as Mac.
Mm-hmm.
So my cousin calls me. He says, so it rings and I pick up. I go hello? He goes hey, Mac.
Mac?
I'm like, hey, man, what's up? He's like, Mac, like McDonald's.
Oh.
I'm like, what? He's like, Mac, like McDonald's. I'm like, no, it's not. They say.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Because in Jordan, yeah, they call McDonald's Mac.
Is McDonald's.
Like, you know how we say Mickey D's or McDanks or something like that?
Over there, it's literally like,
Mac.
Hey, you want to go eat some Mac? Like, they don't say McDonald's. They say, let's go eat Mac. So he's like, yeah, I get it. Funny.
Yeah, they probably think your fat ass was naming yourself after McDonald's.
I was like, bro, I'm not McDonald's. He's like, no, I get it. It's funny. McChicken. I'm like, no, it's not McChicken.
It's not.
I'm like, you're trying to be funny because I have podcasts. It's not working.
Yeah.
He killed it, man. I was like, all right, I'm just going to shut the phone right now.
Yeah,
I didn't call him back yet.
It's been a while since I've been to Jordan, man. I haven't been to Jordan since 2019. Usually we go every summer, so it's been kind of crazy.
Bro, I haven't been since 2017.
Yeah, that's crazy. Last time I went, I was super fat. I was super fat. Yeah, remember? Like I was chunky. Like so, look in Jordan, so
we eat Mac.
we eat Mac, right? But I went there fat. Like you're never supposed to go there fat.
No, that's the biggest mistake.
Because if there's one thing you know for damn sure, it's that you're gonna come back fat. So if you go there fat, you're screwed. When you come back, it's just over. So when I went to Jordan, like usually in Jordan, you go over to people's houses, right? Mm-hmm. There's like dinners and stuff like that. You go get shawarma, you go get whatever. So I would go over to people's houses and a lot of times in Jordan, they kind of force feed you. They make you eat. They're like, oh, you're too skinny. You have to eat. You have to eat. Yeah, this time around, they're like, you know what? Maybe that's enough. Maybe you don't need that third sandwich.
That's when you know it's bad.
That's when I was like, damn. So that's when I came back to the U.S. and I just dieted for 2 years because I was like, there's no way I'm going to be hey, that's enough sandwiches for you guy in Jordan of all places.
Man, it's so bad. Every time I go to Jordan, so they eat 3 meals, just like us over here.
Yeah.
But their 3 meals are 3 dinners. Like breakfast is a dinner.
Yeah, it's a dinner.
Their lunch is a dinner.
It's a dinner.
And their dinner is like a combination of the three.
But when we go, it's different. So when we go, we have about 6 meals. Okay, so you have breakfast, then second breakfast. then you have brunch, then you have brunch, then you have lunch, then you have dinner, then you have dinner. Okay, and dinner is at like 3 a.m., bro. You wake up, your cousin, like you'll be asleep, your cousin will flick you in the head at 3 a.m. in the morning. He's like, bro, the shawarma spot's open. And it's like, I'm asleep. He's like, yeah, but it's open. I'm like,
yeah, it's like, it's been 4 hours since we ate. We gotta go.
Yeah, I guess you're right. No, they must have like crazy metabolism or something.
Yeah, man. I wish we had that kind of thing. Well, actually, I don't. I don't want it here.
Yeah,
I want to miss it. I want to go back.
Yeah, exactly.
And do that.
If I had it here, then I would still be the guy that you said, maybe had enough. Maybe the third sandwich wasn't necessary.
Yeah.
Yeah, because there's no way you can't diet in Jordan. The food there is just insane. It's amazing.
You can diet. Can I tell you something? How many people do you know in Jordan that are fat? Honestly, not a lot. I don't know how.
But it's not even about like the weight. It's about like a lot of people like that I know, like family and stuff like that, like there's health issues sometimes. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And that's because they clog their arteries just like we do, except they live there. And you know what though? I respect the people that can go there and just can be like, yeah, no, I'm not down for the shawarma today. Like, how do you even do that? How do you have that willpower?
I never did that.
Yeah,
I never did that.
No way.
I can't go to Jordan and not eat. Like, that's not a... It's like, why are you here?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, for the family, yeah, but like we eat with the family. Like, that's what we do.
Yeah, and most of the time we go to Jordan, we're together. There was that one time though that was it 2014? Was it 2014 where? Oh no, 2014 was the great one where we spent the whole time together in the World Cup and everything.
Yeah,
then we came back,
yeah.
And that's when we moved.
Yes.
When we moved here.
Yes, when you came back.
And that's when so Mac lived in Richmond at the time.
I was in VCU.
Yeah, you lived in Richmond at the time. And when we moved here, you were like, okay, you guys are up here. I'll just commute to Richmond from Northern Virginia.
Yeah, and I'll live with you guys.
Which, like, just off rip, dumbass idea. But
it was terrible.
Yeah, but we had to move all of your stuff from there to here.
Yes.
Do you remember that?
I remember that.
Sheesh.
I remember how mad I was at you.
Why?
Why?
Yeah.
Okay, fine. So fine. You want to get into this? You really want to know why?
Yeah.
Okay. We went to Richmond. Me and Maj, we went all the way to Richmond to get my stuff from my apartment there to bring it back up here to Northern Virginia. Mm-hmm. We go there, and we go to my apartment. We start packing stuff, and then at night, it was like 5 p.m. I was like, all right, let's go get something to eat. But it was hot. It was summer, right? It was like August.
Yeah.
And then I just told him, listen, I'm going to be in the car finishing up, like putting the boxes in the car. All I want you to do is turn on the AC.
Yeah.
Just turn on the AC.
Yeah.
Because it's hot as shit.
You said turn it on on high.
On high, please.
Yeah.
Like turn it on at high so that when we come back,
yeah,
apartment's cool. We can sleep the night and then we can go back to Northern Virginia the next day.
Yeah. Yeah.
So anyway, he does something. He comes out. We go. We have our dinner. We come back. I open the door. He's still in the car. He's like pulling. I don't know what he's doing in the car. I go in before him. I open the door, and this heat wave slaps me in the face.
Yeah.
Like it's not even. It's worse than you opening an oven. You know that heat wave that you get.
Yeah.
It was worse.
Yeah, it was worse.
You know it was worse.
It was like a sauna.
Because my apartment was really small.
Okay, so what had happened was,
and he had it on blast.
What had happened is so first of all,
I was so mad at you.
You were mad at me.
I was pissed.
But here's the problem. You go to the AC unit, and I'm thinking it's the AC unit. So I'm like, okay, because why do you have 3 different units? What kind of dumb shit is that?
Yeah, actually, can you explain what you saw?
So this is what happened. So you said, yo, go inside. I'm gonna need you to turn it on to high, yada yada yada. I was like, okay, bet. So I walk in and I see the first thing I see was something with temperatures on it. So I was like, okay. And it said high. So I was like, all right, I'll turn it on high. And
did you not check the temperature?
No, because it just said high. So I just turned it on high. Because when you're in Dubai, my house in Dubai, because that's where I was coming from, the lever, when you put high, because I guess it was Dubai, it knows that high means cold. It never means hot.
Of course.
Never
no hot.
It never means hot, right? So I put it on at high, and little did I know that when we walked in, we got hit. We started sweating on arrival. And
it was summer.
You got so mad at me. You didn't even talk to me.
You don't understand. I was really pissed.
Dude, we went to 7-Eleven, and And like I knew you were
Because we
mad.
couldn't stay in the apartment.
I knew
That's
you were
how bad it
mad
was.
because you were mad at me while you were eating cheese puffs. If you could be mad while you're eating cheese puffs and donuts from 7-Eleven, something's seriously wrong. Like,
Bro, every bite, I was like, this.
and that wasn't even the only time we went to Richmond. Because then we went the second time. And the second time was even worse because we went the second time. We're going in a Sentra. If y'all don't know what a Sentra is, a Sentra is a Nissan that's essentially like a shoebox with wheels. Okay?
Hey, man, don't diss
It's
my
a shoebox.
Sentra.
No, there was a screen in it. There was a little
There was a screen.
There was a little screen.
It had navigation.
Yeah, it did. So it's a shoebox with wheels, right? So we drive down there and Mac tells me, yo, we need to take all my stuff. I was like, all right, let's go grab the U-Haul. He said, what U-Haul?
I'm not gonna get a U-Haul. I was in college, bro.
So I was like, what do you mean? And he was like, we're putting this shit in the Sentra. And I looked at the Sentra and the Sentra looked at me and we both knew. Me and the Sentra both knew that this shit was not happening. So we packed the Sentra to the brim, right? We packed the Sentra to the brim and we plan to stay there that night. Brr, brr, someone calls Mac. Mac. Okay, so someone calls Mac and they're like, yo, what are you doing tonight? You remember. And Mac was like, ain't shit, nothing, just chilling. He didn't even say we were in Richmond. No, you didn't even say we were in Richmond. Oh, no, you did. Yeah, we're in Richmond. And then he was like, oh, yeah, you want to play cards tonight? And like, yeah, we'll play cards tonight.
This was at like 8 p.m.?
Okay, it was at 8 p.m. And what you guys don't understand is we're in Richmond and the guy that wants to play cards is literally in D.C. Okay? So I'm like, he's on speaker. So the whole time I'm looking at Mac like,
Bro.
Are you like lying?
I was like, much. Like, it's going to be okay. Let's go.
So listen, at this point, I'm jet lagged. I'm coming from Jordan. This is like one of the first few days, right?
Yeah.
So we're going to a hookah bar, right, to play cards. So I tell Mac on the way there, because we're driving at like 9 o'clock. We just moved the whole day. I'm tired as shit. So I tell Mac,
takes
I'm like,
2 hours.
I'm like, yo, I'm going to take a nap. Okay, so I'm in the car. I'm telling him, I'm going to take a nap. Okay, no, I hate you. So I'm like, I'm going to take a nap. So I recline my seat back. I get all comfortable, you feel me? And I close my eyes and I go to sleep. We're in Richmond by the time I go to sleep. I wake up and we're like on a highway, right? So we're driving. I'm not even paying attention. And then I look to my left. I look at Mac, and this is Mac. He said, I was like, no.
I was asleep.
He was asleep, bro.
I looked at you. I was like, that's not fair.
He was driving when he was asleep. So I was like, hey. What? And he was like, oh, shit. He was like, no, I wasn't asleep. Oh, you were snoring. You were literally snoring.
See, the Sentra didn't have cruise control. So I had to try to drive.
Dude, that shit was crazy. And then we got there. We played cards, and I slept like maybe 16 hours after that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good time.
But it was a good trip.
It was a good trip.
We drove back.
We drove back, yeah.
The same night.
And the crazy part is like, it was the summer, y'all. So like, it was hot. We were and think about it like this. It's not like moving into a U-Haul where like you just drop something in the truck. We're in a Sentra, right? So we're doing some engineering too. So we're out in the heat. Our shirts are off. We're just gross. We're trying to figure out how to put a 6-foot desk in a 2-foot car. It was just...
It did it, though.
It
worked.
Yeah, you might have damaged all of your personal belongings, but yeah, it worked.
But it arrived.
Yeah.
That's the most important part. I didn't have to pay for a U-Haul. That's the important
You didn't have
part.
to pay for a U-Haul.
You don't. Always find a way.
Always
There's
find a way.
Right?
Yeah. But it's been a while since we really got to travel together.
Yes.
Like, it has been a minute.
Yeah. But we were planning a really good trip.
Yeah, dude. We were supposed to go to California.
When was this? Last year.
Yeah, we were supposed to go to California.
Yeah.
And then
in the summer.
COVID hit.
COVID killed it.
And the thing is, like, Mac did not believe that COVID was going to be a problem.
I didn't think it was.
No, you didn't, because, bro, I was telling you, I was like, yo, like, this is a pandemic. They sent us home from work. We should probably cancel our flights.
Yeah, but
what
did... Nah. No. Why did I say nah? Because work told us to go home for...
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Yeah.
I wasn't going to, like, 2 weeks. Come on, a pandemic.
And when I said,
we're only
when I said we had
weeks.
a trip planned, we had a hotel booked, we had cars rented, and we had flights booked, and we were just ready. Dude, I went shopping. I got clothes. It's California, mad colors. You feel me? Like, I was just getting clothes. We almost bought our tickets to, like, Universal or whatever, like, whatever it was.
we did. Oh, no, we didn't.
I can't remember, but, like, dude,
everything was planned.
Everything was planned. And then Mac is just like, you know what, man? I think we should keep the reservation on. I was like, yo, I don't know if you see what's going on outside, but, like...
I had a car booked.
Yeah, it was a problem. And even, did you have any travel booked outside of that during the pandemic?
No, I didn't. Because that was the only trip that I was planning to take, going to California.
I had a trip to New York planned. You remember that?
Oh, yeah. You canceled it.
I had a trip to New York planned, and it was planned like March 22nd. So the pandemic really popped off here like first week of March, second week of March, right? So my uncle in February was telling me, yo, you should probably cancel the trip. And I was like, man, no. I'm not gonna cancel the trip. I was thinking about pizza, cheesecake, bagels, all types of shit. You want me to cancel the trip? I'm a fat ass. I think about food. Okay, that's number one. Okay, so and then I saw what was going on, and then I was like, oh shoot, I should probably cancel it. I canceled it. I got a free refund. The next day, literally the next day, is when New York went on like statewide lockdown.
No way.
Yeah, the next day. So I was like, oh, thank God, and I got my money back and everything. But it sucks because I really wanted to travel. I haven't seen a beach in like how long?
Yeah. Can I tell you, I'm actually worried about traveling now. Not because of the pandemic, not because of anything, but you know my luck with traveling.
Yeah.
Usually I travel like once or twice a year, and some shit happens to me. Right?
I love to go places with you.
No,
but I don't like the journey. Like I don't
I
want
wouldn't
to be
recommend it.
with you there.
I
like
wouldn't.
I would rather drive to California than be on the same plane with you.
Yeah, so everyone was worried that summer to fly with me, and I'll let you know why. Because my luck sucks.
Yeah,
in travel.
Some of the worst I've ever seen.
And I haven't traveled since before COVID. This has been like almost a year and a half now.
Yeah.
So I'm worried to get on a plane now that like nothing happened to me in flights. I feel like it's all just gonna come once. Like that next flight I take.
I'm sure it will.
I should take a boat, but I'll tell you one thing that happened to me. I was I'll give everyone like a preview of why this shit happens. So I was living in the US, and I'm traveling, going to visit my family in Dubai. So I go to the airport. I'm traveling with like Turkish Airlines, and you probably know this story.
Mm-hmm.
I think I told you. And I go to the airport, and I check in. I do everything. I'm already late to the flight. I'm really late. But anyway, everything goes smoothly. Usually, like the first hiccup is usually when I was like, okay, this is it. Like, because I don't know better, right? So the first hiccup was me getting late, but then they let me through. This is me thinking everything is like great.
Oh, you thought that was gonna be your problem?
I thought that was my problem.
Nah, that's you.
I thought that was my problem. Anyway, I was like, oh, thank God, I got it. 10 minutes left. I get on the plane. I run in, running, and I'm the last person in the plane. Me not booking a seat before, I sat all the way in the back of the plane. All the way in the back.
So you were sitting on the toilet.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like right before the toilet.
Yeah.
When someone flushes, I hear it.
Nasty. Okay.
Anyway, I'm sitting in the back, and I booked like a 9-hour transit in Turkey so that I can go and like explore. Right. Anyway, I'm sitting in the back, and then I have two people next to me. The whole time they were like looking like weird looks at each other and like whispering. I was like, oh, these guys I don't know what's going on, but I'm like, let's just go. I want to travel. And all of a sudden, an hour goes by, and we still didn't leave. Like we didn't taxi off of the gate. We didn't even move.
Okay.
Another hour goes by, and everyone starts getting fussy in the plane, and they're all like, fussy. I learned a new word as a father. They're fussy, right? They were just fussy in the plane. So they wanted to shut us up, so they gave us food. They're like, oh, here's just food. Shut up. Like, be quiet.
Yeah.
Then 15 minutes later, everyone got full, and then they remembered that they've been on the flight for 3 hours.
Okay.
Without moving.
Yeah.
In the plane.
So you guys are still at the gate.
We're still at the freaking gate. We didn't move. I don't know yet. No one knows.
Okay.
We're just like, oh, what's going on there? Oh, the bags in this flight were supposed to... They just kept giving us bullshit.
Just bullshit, yeah.
Bullshit, like, answers. But anyway... After that, we've been in the plane for 4 hours, and then all of a sudden the plane finally moves. We're like, oh, thank God, it's done. But my transit is like gone, so I'm pretty pissed at this point. So we go on the runway. It literally, the plane starts like rumbling, like it's taking off.
Yeah.
Nose goes up, nose comes down.
Yep.
Go right back to the gate. And we were like, what the heck is going on? As soon as we reach the gate, doors open, 12 Marine guys with machine guns. Okay, maybe not machine guns, but they were guns.
Okay.
Maybe
yeah, I know you know nothing about guns, so let's just call it machine guns.
Let's just say they were like those nasty guns.
Okay, nasty guns, yeah.
Nasty guns.
Yeah, I love that brand.
They come in, and all 12 of them come all the way to the back of the plane, right next to me.
Okay.
I'm sitting on the window, and I got the two people next to me. The guy, the security guy with the Marine guys, he's like, you out. And I was like, excuse me? The hell did I do?
Yeah.
He's like, no, 3 out now. The 2 people next to me didn't even argue. They got up and they left.
Oh, so they were in some shit.
I don't know. I have no idea. Right now, I'm just really mad.
In the moment, you didn't realize these 2 people are just getting up, so something might be wrong?
I had no clue. Like, that was the stupidest moment of my life. Like,
Okay.
Anyway, I put my back to the window, me being on the window seat. I'm like, no, I didn't do anything. You guys made me sit in this plane for 5 hours, and now you want me to leave? I'm not leaving.
You argued with a Marine with a gun?
Well, at this point, it wasn't the Marine. It was whoever came with them. The guy with the security with the badges. I don't know what that was.
Okay.
But the Marines were right behind them, so it was still scary.
Yeah.
I was like, no, I'm not going to go. He's like, sir, you got to move now. The captain of the plane comes to the back. He's like, you need to leave now. I said, no, you can't arrest me.
Bro,
you're just a pilot.
You're being hella bold for being an Arab on a plane.
I didn't realize it at that point, but
Okay.
I was just mad. So I was like, no, I didn't do anything. I'm not leaving this plane.
Keep going.
Bro, the biggest of the Marines comes from the back.
Mm-hmm.
He parts the Red Sea. He just pulls it. He just does this. He's like, come here. And he picks me up from my freaking neck.
Like a rabbit.
Like a rabbit. He just pulled. He's like, you're coming. I was like, all right, man. Just you gotta
Yeah, you weren't.
be nice.
You weren't acting so spicy then, did you?
Nope. I couldn't do anything. I couldn't even move.
Okay.
Even if I wanted to, like, well, I'm not gonna hit him, but like I was trying to do something like this.
Yeah, do that to a Marine, see what happens.
I didn't want to try. But anyway, he takes me out, and I'm so mad. And while I'm walking down, I'm in the last row of the plane. While he's like holding my neck and pulling me down the aisle.
And emasculating you?
Yes. Yes. The whole plane. Yeah, get him out. Get him out. They're all clapping. Get him the fuck out of the plane. I'm like, I'm going to show you when I get back.
Dude,
when I get back on this
dude,
plane.
that's the problem here. When they just see some shit and they just run with it.
Bro, and they're
They
all
don't even
like,
know what you
yeah,
did.
get him out. Good job. U.S. Marines. I'm like, yeah, U.S. Well, like, I didn't do anything.
Okay.
I go to the door of the plane, and then this guy comes running. This little short guy, like wobbling.
A little waddling.
Yeah, just like Patrick Mahomes, like waddling, coming all the way in. And he goes like, don't touch him. He has nothing to do with this. I was like, now you come?
Okay.
I was like, now I don't have anything to do with this?
So what happened?
I go back. I sit on my seat. I'm really mad. Everyone tries to come to apologize.
I bet you were walking and everyone's like, shh.
Man, I swear to God, I'm walking back and everyone's just like, oh, shit. I was like, yeah, I'm going to get you.
Yeah.
And then I just go back. I sit in my seat, and then everyone just tries to
On
come.
your toilet.
On my toilet. And then everyone's like, hey, do you want some more food? I was like, you know what? I don't want anything from you. Nothing. I don't want anything. Just go away.
So you just turned into a Karen.
I just looked out the window and I started listening to like Pocahontas songs. Like, I don't know what I was doing.
Okay.
And then we reached Turkey, and I go down, and then some guy got me like while I'm walking out. He's like, oh, I know what happened. I was like, tell me what happened.
Yeah.
He's like, the 2 people next to you,
Yeah.
they were ex-Marines and they were running away from the military. You apparently were supposed to be sitting in the front, and some guy switched their seat with you. He was running away with them.
Dude.
I was like, so they thought I was like an ex-Marine.
You know what the craziest part is?
Did you not see like my fatness?
You know what the craziest part is? That's not even the craziest travel story you have, but we'll save those for a later date.
I'm not gonna get into it.
Yeah, I remember when we were going to Jordan for my aunt's wedding, right? In
Yes.
2005.
I wasn't on that plane.
You weren't on that plane because for whatever reason your parents were like, let's throw this 13-year-old on a plane by himself.
I went early.
Yeah, you went early and then everyone went.
Yes.
So y'all, we're rolling 30, 40 deep into this plane right now. Like it's like a function. You were there. Yeah.
Was he?
Yeah,
he there?
he was there. He was a baby though. He was 2005. He was 3 years old.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So we're going to Jordan for my aunt's wedding, right? So it was Lufthansa. Okay, so we're on Lufthansa. We're going to Lufthansa from DC to Frankfurt, right? Mm-hmm. So we're on the plane and everyone's excited. I'm listening to my Eminem CD that was dirty and not clean because I told my dad it was like kid music. Took me to Walmart, had no idea, but yeah, I'm listening to all types of F-bombs from Eminem, and I'm like with one of our family friends, and we're just chilling, we're just being kids, having a good time, whatever. All of a sudden, the plane goes, it just falls. It just falls, and everyone's just like,
this, man.
yeah, you remember this happening because
Yeah,
we were all freaking traumatized when we came back. Yeah. So me and like the other kid, we didn't know. I was like 8 or some shit, or 7. So I was just like still having a good time or whatever, and then it kept falling. Then the turbulence got really bad. Like really, really, really bad. Yeah, I'm sure your parents told you.
I know.
It was so bad that
crazy.
that everyone just started crying, like actually crying. Like we were fearing for our lives. Like,
Damn.
his mom, right, had him in his lap. Okay, and she's bawling her ass off. Okay, just bawling her. Everyone's crying. Everyone's vomiting. People are running to the bathroom and it's shaking everything. I don't know if the lights are flickering, and this happened for like 3-4 hours.
Did the masks come down?
I can't remember. I want to say yes, but I can't remember, so I don't want to lie on the experience. But, but like you see people like praying, like it was so bad, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Like genuinely, I thought I was gonna die. I was gonna go out listening to Eminem at 7 years old. Like I was like, this is not how it's supposed to end. There's no way that this is how it's supposed to end.
But when you guys arrived, I came to the airport because my parents were on that flight with me.
Bro, everyone we knew,
Everyone was on that flight.
At that point was on
I
that
was
flight.
already there. So I was like in the airport in Jordan. I'm
Yeah.
like, hey, they're coming in. Yeah. They walk out. And the first thing I see is my mom running towards me.
Yeah, dude, it was bad.
And she's like crying and she holds me. She's like, I'm so happy I'm seeing you.
Because you guys don't
I'm like,
understand.
I saw you like 2 weeks
Yeah,
ago.
to the younger people that are listening, you don't understand, dude. Like, you didn't have cell phones that like you could just like WhatsApp somebody.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like, yo, almost died. We good. Haha. LOL. XOXO.
I have to wait
on
till
the way
till the airport.
Yeah, you have to wait till you get there.
Yeah.
So-
everyone coming out from that, you know, when you just like walk out and then you see everyone in front of you.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, yeah, and everyone is crying. Like
Yeah,
one
everyone
by
was
one.
crying.
They're like, can't believe we arrived. Like, no.
I have bad airport experiences when I go to Jordan too. Because I remember that one time we went to Jordan. All our bags got lost.
Yeah.
We went on Virgin Atlantic. Every bag we have got lost. I went there with what I had on, and I left with what I had on.
Man, that's terrible.
Every bag got lost.
That's
And on that trip, I saw a woman die in front of me.
Oh.
You remember, right?
I remember.
So it was me, my twin sisters who are like 6 months at this point, and then my older sister, my mom, my grandma, and my aunt. Right? We're at the airport, right? So our connection gets messed up. I can't remember what happened, right? All types of stuff happened. My mom was telling the people, hey, we need our connecting flight to Amman. They said, okay. They booked us a flight to Oman. So like all types of shit happened. I was like, fam, not only is that the wrong city, that's the wrong country. Like you don't understand. So everyone's stressed out. And I was sitting, I had like my Game Boy or something. I'm playing, having a good time. And there's this lady in front of me and she just goes like, and she just falls. She just falls. She's done. So she just falls. And I was like, and my grandma looks at me. She's like, "Yay!" And she just she covers my eyes. She's like, "Yay, yay!" And she covers my eyes. I'm like, "What's happening? What's happening? What's happening?" And my mom's not there. I was like, "Yo, what is going on? Why did this lady just fall asleep?" Like I didn't know she died, bro. I'm like 8. Like, but she just died right there, and she just died. She was gone. Paramedics came and my mom came. She's like, "Okay, kids, haha, let's get out of there." I was like, "Yeah, but how about that lady?" She's like, "Oh, what lady?" And she just got out of there.
Can I tell you something? Was that the Germany flight?
Yeah.
All right.
No. This was in England. This was in Heathrow Airport. But before you do that, let's take a quick break.
Let's
and
do
then
it.
and then we'll resume.
Let's take a quick break. All right, we're back. And before we move on, I just want to say one last topic about the
Go
travel
for it.
thing. You remember that flight that you were talking about going to Germany where I was not on?
Yeah.
So before that day, I never had any problems traveling.
Oh.
After that day, I had all the trouble in the world.
Yeah.
So every single person that was on that flight knew I was not on that flight.
Yeah, he was like,
Everyone cussed me out and they started like... They
they
put a
jinxed you is what
I swear,
happened.
it was a jinx.
Someone was like, "Oh, Mac isn't on this flight. He's not going to die with us." And ever since then, you almost died every single time you've ever traveled.
Yes, and it was never my fear to travel
Yeah.
until all this stuff started happening.
Yeah.
And then now I'm like afraid of traveling.
So you're afraid of traveling?
No, I go on the flight.
Yeah.
But I just know that something might happen.
So you're
So
just
I'm always like worried. I'm like, okay, what is it gonna be?
Yeah.
Because, God forbid, like it might be.
Yeah.
But
It might be. Yeah. So
that's fears, man. That's one of my fears.
Yeah, I don't fear the ocean. I don't feel the airport, planes, or anything like that. But I do fear the ocean. That's one thing that I do fear. So even if I'm flying,
so weird with that.
No, so even like when I'm flying over the ocean, I'm just like, hee hee.
You'd rather land on land than in the water?
If I'm dying both ways, then yeah. If I could live, then yeah, land. So okay,
Bro, I
here's
want to find the statistics on if a plane falls in land versus water. What do you have better chances?
Did you watch that movie with Ashton Kutcher where he jumped out the helicopter and they said if you jump out you'll die when he was like the Marine or the goldfish or whatever?
The Guardian.
Yeah, the Guardian. Yeah. So ever since then I was like, I'm not jumping. But But so no, I'm afraid of the ocean. So and it's actually
why?
it started with you.
Me?
Yeah, because well, first of all, I was just afraid of water. We used to go to the what's it called, the community center thing where we would swim. It starts with the A.
Oh, you mean Wakefield?
Oh, Wakefield. Yeah.
Now it starts with the A.
Now
Back
it starts
then
with
it was
A.
Wakefield.
Yeah. So it was Wakefield. We used to go to the pool. You'd be like, there's sharks in it. I was like, okay. But no, that's not what.
I traumatized you?
Yeah. So that traumatized me, but that's not even where it got really bad. So there was just one year I was going to the Cayman Islands with my family and then like some relatives, right? Okay. Cayman Islands is like an island in the, I'm going to butcher this, but I'm just going to say Bahamas. Okay. I'm definitely wrong.
Somewhere there.
Yeah. It's an American territory, I'm pretty sure, right?
Okay.
So when we were there, it's beautiful water and everything. We get on a boat. We're doing an ocean tour, which by the way, what? But anyway, so me, I'm keeping in mind the whole time. I'm like, yeah, there's probably sharks and stuff because I figured out, okay, Mac was just bullshit and there wasn't sharks in the pool. But at this point, there are sharks in the ocean, right? So I'm not even thinking about that. And I'm not even thinking about going in the water. So the first stop that they took, right, where they tried to get me down, they literally actually tried, was they were at a place called Stingray Bay. Okay.
It's actually called Stingray Bay.
Yeah, it's called Stingray Bay. And you know why it's called Stingray Bay?
Because stingrays.
It's stingrays everywhere. And so they were like, okay, come on, let's go. Let's play with the stingrays. The what? What was the first syllable?
What do you want to play with?
What was the first syllable?
Are they dead?
Stingray? So why is it called stingray? And they're like, oh, because its tail is a goddamn 3,000 watt metal rod that you touch it, you get barbecued. I was like, you know what, bro?
I'd rather not play with it.
I'm gonna stay on the boat. And all these crazy ass people in my family, they go in, they're like walking, they hold it up like a freaking poster board, kiss it on the cheek. Like I was like, no. Okay, so that happened. Then they go to the next one, and there it's like corals, and I'm like, fish, no, because I don't like anything, right?
Not even little fish?
No, but I didn't like it. I wasn't afraid of it. Okay, but this is where the fear came, right? So the third stop, my mom was like, she was sick of my shit. Okay, so she was like,
do something.
She was like, Maj, look, don't worry. This is open water, but there's no fish. In my mind, I was like, that makes complete sense. So I was just like, that makes 100% sense. So I get my little flippers on. I'm flipping away. I got the goggles. They fill my whole face up. I got my snorkel. I'm ready to go. I go down the ladder, right? And I start swimming. So I'm floating. I got my life jacket on. I'm floating. I'm having a good time, right?
Oh, no.
So then I'm like, it's open water, bro. It's open water. There's no fish. Let me go vibe a little bit.
It's just a bigger pool.
Let me go vibe a little bit. Let me swim. Let me do this. Let me do
explore,
that.
Man.
So I just do one of these until I get far enough away from everybody where I have my space. I used to talk to myself a lot when I was a kid. So I just want to be like, hey, isn't this great? Yeah, it's great. Yeah, I was a weird kid. Okay.
That's pretty weird.
Yeah, no. So, and then I see everyone, they're looking down. They're going like this with their goggles and they're swimming. And I was like, huh.
What are they looking at?
I wonder what they're looking at. And I was just like, I'm gonna look. I'm gonna see what happens. So I have a life jacket, so I go like this, so I can, because you're balancing. So I go like this, so I can see it. I got my goggles and I got my snorkel. So I look down and I don't see anything yet. So I'm like, this open water, bro. They're tripping. I turn around and I shit you not, I see like 3-4 sharks.
What?
Sharks.
Like the baby sharks?
They were like about this big, like sharks, like sharks. Okay, but I'll get to it. So immediately, like as soon as I saw it, I got out of there. I was crying and swimming and crying. I didn't know my goggles were filling up.
You lied to me.
My goggles were filling up with tears. I was like, this like I was getting out of there, bro. So I'm swimming and crying and swimming. Like I said, I get out of there and I get on the boat and I'm like, and I'm like, dude, what the hell? Why didn't anyone tell me there were sharks there? And then the captain here he comes. He's like, no, little boy. Those are nurse sharks. I was like, I don't care if they're doctors, surgeons, or engineers, bro. That's a shark. That's a shark. Stop playing with me. That's a shark. And my mom, everyone's laughing. And then I find out nurse sharks are like vegan or some shit. They live in California or something.
Oh.
Yeah, they're like
I never
just
knew
vegan.
that.
I didn't know, but they were sharks. They look like sharks. So I'm looking down, I'm seeing sharks, and my mom's laughing because she knew that they were there. Like, there's no way they're not going to tell them.
Because imagine you, like, before you go in, your mom telling you, oh, there's sharks in there, but they're vegan. You're like...
Yeah, okay, vegan sharks.
On,
all right, I saw Finding Nemo. Stop playing with me. Yeah, so ever since then, dude, and the thing is like...
Was that the thing that did it for you, for oceans?
That's what did it, dude.
That's it.
Yeah, because the ocean, like, if I'm in a forest and there's a bear staring at me, at least I know I'm going to die.
Well... You did have a bear stare at you.
Well, I didn't know. Like, and when you go to the ocean, do you have goggles every time?
Well, you should.
Okay, but sometimes you don't.
Well,
and
yeah.
even if you do, if you go over to Virginia Beach, Myrtle Beach, you wear goggles, you can't see shit anyway.
Oh yeah,
It's just green. Like it's just mad green
Gross.
everywhere. It's freaking disgusting.
Hey, I like Virginia Beach. It's nice.
Yeah, you like Virginia Beach?
I do. I thought it was nicer than Myrtle Beach.
Oh, I mean, it's nicer than. Well, I don't want to say it's nicer than Myrtle Beach.
No,
I don't think the beaches on the East Coast are like nice like that.
he's like shaking his head. He's like, no.
No. What? Virginia Beach over Myrtle Beach? No. Yeah, he likes Myrtle Beach. Yeah, we had a condo in Myrtle Beach.
I never saw it.
Yeah. Well, you.
Well, when we say we mean our family.
Yeah, our family. Yeah, we didn't have anything.
We don't got anything.
We are young adults. We have.
But is that like your biggest fear? Like just oceans?
Yeah, but here's the thing. Like I'm fine with going on like jet skis and boats and stuff like that. Like,
But what if you fall?
So that's the
a red
problem.
flag.
And so there was this one time where we went on a boat. 'Cause my parents, they have a house on the bay, right? And our neighbor, he has a boat. So we went on his boat, and there was a lot of dolphins. You were there. There was a lot of dolphins.
Just like popping up.
Dude, like how many? 200 maybe. Like literally
What?
dolphins everywhere. Like I have videos and stuff. Maybe we'll post the video
I've
just so
seen
people don't think I'm
dolphins there.
bullshit. Right? So ton of dolphins. Everyone's like, oh my God, they're taking videos. I was like,
But hey, come on.
go.
Dolphins are vegan.
Dolphins are not vegan, bro.
They eat humans?
Dude, have you seen a dolphin in person?
I have.
Have you seen how big they are?
They're big.
Okay, that's not a vegan, bro. Like, I don't believe when they tell us about nature, they're like, oh, gorillas are vegan. Dude, a gorilla is built like the Incredible Hulk. You telling me he got this big off of eating grass?
He can beat you up, but he can't eat you.
No, man. I'm sorry. A gorilla did not get that big off of freaking whole grain and quinoa. I refuse to
Bro,
believe
can I
it.
just say something? I wish I was afraid of the ocean and not afraid of my real fear.
What's your real fear?
Dogs.
Oh, yeah.
Bro, I can't. I don't know. I can't deal with dogs. I can't.
You remember that one time where...
One time? There's like a million
No,
times.
but remember that one time we went to Giant, right? So we're going to Giant. We're going shopping. It was me, you, and then one of our other cousins, right?
Okay.
Okay.
I don't remember this.
Yeah, no. If I say the cousin's name, you'll remember, but I'm not going to say the cousin's name.
Okay, go for it.
Okay. So we went in and we're picking up some stuff. Like, honestly, I want to tell you that we were picking up like vegetables and fruit, but it was probably a bunch of Twizzlers. I'm not going to lie to you.
Probably candy.
Yeah, probably candy. So we go, right? And we pay, and then we leave, right? So I'm walking out the door and there's a dog there. So I'm walking out the door and I just walk, right? So I'm not paying attention. And then like I walk like 30, you remember, I walk like 30, 40 feet. I'm at the car and I look behind me and I see you and him in the window. You're like, I'm not, I'm not getting out. I'm not getting out. I was like, what do you mean? And there was one exit and I was just waiting. And
You had to move. He wasn't moving.
no, you remember what you made me do?
What?
You made me stand in front of the dog. Like,
Oh yeah. So my fear with dogs is they can't touch me. Like I can't get them near me. So there has to be some sort of like barrier between me and the dog. So I made Maj be that barrier. So
Yeah.
when I'm walking out the door, I was like, you got to stay on my right and let the dog come from your side because I can't let him touch me.
Mind you, this was probably like a teacup poodle or some shit, but it didn't matter.
Hey, the little ones are scary too.
Did you ever get like bit? Did a dog
Yes,
ever?
two dogs bit me. When I was a kid, I had no problem with dogs. I used to play with them all the time. But one time I went to Jordan for the summer and I come back and our neighbor's dog that I used to play with, Paco, Paco got big over the summer. He got really big.
Paco grew.
Paco grew up,
Okay.
right? Like I didn't know dog. I was in Jordan for 3 months. Dogs grow in 3 months.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I came back. I was like, oh, I can't wait to see Paco. I go on and knock on
Paco's
the-
like 6'5",
I
250.
opened. I'm still young, bro. I'm like
Built
7 years
He's
old.
built like a lineman.
Paco was this. I came back, knocked on the door. They opened the door for me. Paco is like that. He's like up there, and he jumps on me, and like I didn't know he wanted to play. He starts like biting me, so I start like pinching him anywhere I can. Like get off me. And he got mad, so he started
Got
biting
in a
me.
fight with a dog.
That was pretty bad. But remember, my worst experience is when I lived in Denver for a while. So I was living in this huge high rise. I was on the 20th floor. And there was one elevator.
Subtle flex, you know what I mean? Just a subtle flex. Keep going.
Okay. There was one elevator. And I was on the 20th floor. And that apartment building was all dogs. All. So anytime the doors of in my worst nightmare, me in an elevator with a dog, I can't. That's like the worst nightmare.
Yeah.
Every time the door opens, I see a dog. I'm like, oh, I'll take the next one. The next one would be maybe in like 20 or 30 minutes. Because there's only one elevator that would work. I had to take the stairs every day from the 20th floor.
Oh my God, dude.
I had to do it. Your dad once visited me. He was like, let's go. The elevator. I was like, I'll meet you downstairs. Give me like 10 minutes.
Wait, that was your worst experience?
That was one of my worst experiences. Like, no, because I got so fit because I was going up and down the stairs for like 6 months.
Do you remember when Mac and his wife were coming over to our house one day?
Yeah, that was pretty bad.
And Mac's really afraid of dogs, right? So they were in the parking lot of their apartment complex, and a dog started chasing your wife, and
a dog started chasing my wife. Okay. And I wasn't going to be a hero that day. I just wasn't. She starts, and look, she was happy. She was smiling.
She was smiling through the pain.
She was smiling. I didn't know. I was like, oh, good. So she likes dogs. I don't. I can go. Just meet me at the car, honey. Like, I'll see you there. I go to the car. She's like running, playing. Me thinking she's playing with the dog. She comes back. She comes in the car and she starts crying. I was like, she's like, why didn't you come to our rescue? I was like, you were happy. I saw you. There was a smile on your face.
Yeah, you guys came to our house. She was literally like shaking. We're like, what did he beat? What did he do? Did he beat you?
I was like, yeah, Mom, I transferred the fear.
I was like, Mac, I'll kill. No, he's like, no, a dog just chased her. I was like, oh yeah, that'll happen. That'll happen. So when you lived in Denver, that was funny. I remember when you called me, you called me this one day. This is how random Mac is, bro. Mac just makes decisions. You feel me? Like he just does shit. Okay. He calls me one day. He was like, yo. I was like, yo, I haven't talked to you in a while. Yada yada yada. And he was like, yeah, actually, I'm moving back to Virginia. I said, oh, when? Like next few months or whatever? He was like, no, like in 2 days. I was like, son, what?
I was like, yeah, I just subletted my apartment. I packed my stuff.
He was just tired of it, right? So I had to go pick up Mac from the airport. Okay, so you remember. So I'm going to pick up Mac from the airport, and this is DCA. This is Reagan National Airport. I don't know if any of you guys have been in Reagan National Airport, but that shit is a maze, bro. It is a maze.
I don't understand it.
Okay, so I'm driving and I'm 15 minutes out. So I drive, I get there, right? And it says like Terminal A, Terminal B, and Terminal C. Okay. And I was like, Mac, where are you at? He said B. I was like, okay. So I see ABC going this way. And then I see another sign that says ABC going this way. So I'm like, dog, like, it's one or the other.
It's like, yo, which B are you at?
So I was like, eeny, meeny, miny. And I was just like, and I just went right. Okay, so I just went right.
By the way, I'm waiting for this guy.
Yeah, he's waiting, and this is like I think it's April, right? But in April here, sometimes it's still cold, so it's like 30, 40 degrees outside.
Yeah, it was cold.
Okay, so I cut a right. Okay, so I'm going and I drive into this empty ass lot, and I'm like, where the hell am I? I'm like, yo, this isn't an airport anymore. So I'm like, okay, what is going on? Then I see a bunch of cars. Like by the time it's huge. It's a huge lot. But by the time you drive through, you see a bunch of cars. They're in line. They're going this way.
Lined up.
Right? So they're lined up. I see some taxis. I see some normal cars. I'm like,
he was in the freaking taxi.
I said, I'm going to follow them. So I follow them and I'm not thinking about anything, right? So I'm just like, yeah, I'm driving. I'm doing a good job, right? I'm picking up. This is the first time I picked someone up from this airport. So I think I'm doing great. Okay. Yeah, given the circumstances. So I'm driving, and then I realized, I was like, man, there's a lot of taxis in this line. Like, does every taxi driver have family coming in? Like, what's going on? And then I was like, well, at least there's a bunch of normal cars, right? So I'm driving, I'm like minding my business. And then I look at the normal cars. I'm like, you know what? Do all of these cars say Uber? I was like, Uber, Lyft, Lyft.
You couldn't go around them.
Okay, yeah. So here's the problem. I was like, oh shit. I am in the taxi line, okay? And it's bumper to bumper, door to door traffic. If I open my door, I'm gonna punch the dude next to me in the face by accident. Okay, so I'm just like, okay, so I call Mac. I'm like, Mac, I'm a taxi, and he's just like, what? And I was like, I can't. I literally didn't know how to explain it.
I actually asked him. I was like, how long until it's your turn so I can jump in your car? He's like, it's gonna be a while. There's like 100 cars in front of me.
There was literally like 100, 200 cars in front of me, and everyone jumped. So my biggest fear, right, was someone, because I had a gray Volkswagen Jetta, very popular Uber car, very popular Uber car. My fear is that some random ass dude is gonna be like, all right, chief, yeah, and just open my door and just sit down, pop my trunk. So I was like, oh no, I'm gonna get out. So I got out, I picked you up, brought you home, everything was okay.
Remember how you got out? I told you. I called him. I was like, are there any cabs behind you? He's like, no. I was like, reverse, get out.
Yeah. And
I actually reversed out.
Yeah, I reversed out. I reversed. I was in R for about a mile. Like I was just like, and everyone's looking at me. They're laughing. Like the lady with the vest on is like, no. I was like, I can't. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
not Uber.
Yeah. And I think
was pretty funny though.
The first thing that we ate when you were back was Chick-fil-A.
It was Chick-fil-A.
It was Chick-fil-A.
You took me straight.
I took you straight to Chick-fil-A.
I was hungry, man. I didn't eat anything in Denver.
I hate Chick-fil-A.
What?
Dude, Chick-fil-A is gross. I'm not gonna lie.
You don't like
okay,
Chick-fil-A?
It's not gross, but like I will never be like, yo, I want to go get Chick-fil-A. No way in life. Never.
What's your better than Chick-fil-A?
For chicken sandwiches?
Yeah.
Popeyes, easily. Not a question.
You're a dumbass. Like, you're saying Popeyes chicken sandwich
is better than Chick-fil-A sandwich? Yeah.
It absolutely is not.
Okay, bro. Okay, first, don't play these games with me 6 months after this happened. We all know it's better. What do you mean? It's bigger. It has more flavor. Chick-fil-A tastes like someone like rubbed their hand on it before. There's
nothing in the damn sandwich. It's a chicken with sauce and 2 pickles.
What? Popeyes?
Popeyes. What else is in there?
What? Do you get the deluxe from Chick-fil-A?
I do.
Okay, with the lettuce that tastes like paper and the tomatoes that taste like butt cheeks?
Excuse me?
Yeah.
I don't get the cheese.
You don't get the cheese, right? No, I think
it's not better.
I think the Popeyes one has more flavor, but you could eat Chick-fil-A more frequently because the Popeyes one
because it's better.
No, it's because it's lighter. That's
why you eat it more frequently.
No, it's because it's lighter. It's not better.
No, it's better and lighter. Like it's both. Yes, you're right. It's lighter, but it's much better.
Have you ever had like seasoning?
Are you dumb?
Dude, Chick-fil-A doesn't taste like anything.
They have Chick-fil-A sauce.
Chick-fil-A sauce?
And they have the Polynesian.
Okay, I'm tired of hearing about Chick-fil-A sauce, bro. That's literally honey mustard and barbecue sauce. Stop playing games with me.
Fine, do it in your house right now.
I worked at Chick-fil-A. I can do it in my house right
I don't
now.
care. Do it. No, you never did the Chick-fil-A sauce.
No, but I read the recipe. I didn't read the recipe. I read the ingredients. Okay, look, a big part of it might be because I worked at Chick-fil-A, dog.
That's why you hate it.
Yeah, I hate it.
Again, we go back to the whole bias situation.
Yeah, I hate it, dude. I hate it. So first of all, at Chick-fil-A, they didn't give us, like, you know when you work, they're like, hey, here's some chicken nuggets, bro. Go crazy.
Yeah.
They didn't give us free items. They gave us free sittings. I'll get a sandwich, a little milkshake, some fries, a cookie.
Oh, you get the whole
I got a spread, board. Bro. I got a spread. It was like a buffet. And I was wondering too, 6 months after that, I was like, damn, man, how did I get so fat? And I couldn't figure it out. But yeah, now we know. But yeah, I used to eat it all the time and I did not like it. And I have a lot of animosity towards Chick-fil-A in general. For the people listening to this podcast and the people that know me, I am not a Chick-fil-A type guy at all.
But it's really good. Like it's the best.
No, I mean like as working there, like my personality did not fit at all.
No, please tell them how. This is Maj. When someone comes up to you in Chick-fil-A, like, you know, if you ever been to Chick-fil-A, the customer service there is unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
I actually had Chick-fil-A like 2 days ago.
Yeah.
I went there and I said the exact same words to my wife. I was like they have to pick these people they do it so well that they pick the perfect person to be in the customer facing.
See,
I don't know how the hell they picked you.
I don't know how I got hired.
They were desperate.
So they taught me how to have a Chick-fil-A voice. I had to learn how to have a Chick-fil-A voice.
Is there really a Chick-fil-A voice?
Yeah, I mean, it's not how I sound now.
I know it's not how you sound.
Yeah.
Please. All right, I'm coming in.
Okay.
I walk in. I go, I'm on the counter. Please, let's just show everyone how you work there. I beg you.
Okay.
Ready?
All right.
I walk in.
Okay.
And I'm in line. Call me. Like, I'm coming to the front. What do you say?
I'm just saying, hey, sir, we're ready for you. But then I don't put my voice on yet because you're not close enough.
Yep. So now I come. Now I'm close. I'm there. I'm looking at the menu. What do you say?
Are you sure?
Please say it. Please.
Hey, welcome to Chick-fil-A. What can I get you?
Like, that's the dumbest. He's like, hey, welcome to Chick-fil-A. I'm like, are you kidding me right now?
Yeah. No, dude, I would see that's the problem. I would catch myself doing some crazy shit. I'll give them the receipt. I'm like, have a zippity doo dah day or something like that. Nah, bro, no way, no way in life, never.
I can't imagine. Like
never
when
again.
he said he was like that, I was like, quit now.
You know why I quit? You know why I never told
Because
you
of the
why I quit.
perkiness.
No. Well, yeah, but no. So this one time, okay, this chick comes up to me and she was like, and I don't want to say her name. She comes up to me. She's like, hey, can you handle the register now? I was like, yeah, because I was doing stocking. I like register anyway because I was lazy. I didn't want to have a 50-pound freaking bucket of ice over my head. I don't want it. Okay. So I was like, yeah, I'll handle the register. So she must have known something I didn't because literally 10 minutes later, the line was out the ass.
No way.
It went around the whole store into the playpen and into the bathroom. Like people were on the toilet just waiting for their number 7. Like I was just like, so I was like, oh my God, she set me up, right? So I'm going ba 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 ba. I'm going so fast. You know it's Chick-fil-A. You got to get it quick, or else they're gonna be like, this one's gross or something like that. like you know. So
That's perfection.
Yeah. So then there's this lady that came to me, right? And you know she's giving me her order and everything. By the way, whack ass order, right? And then she gives me a 20. So she gave me a 20 and her end amount was like a number that was easy to get change for, if that makes sense.
Okay.
So it was like 1050 or some shit. Okay. So I get just get 950, boom, it's quick, right? So I look up and I'm about to give her a change and she's just fiddling through her purse. I was like, ma'am. And she was just like, I was like, dude, what is she doing? So she's just fiddling through her purse and she's not even looking at me. I'm like, excuse me, ma'am, I have your change. Doesn't give half a shit, not even half.
Zippity doo dah, hello.
No. I was like, excuse, hello, I'm right here. I'm right here. So I was like, maybe she's hard of hearing or something. Like, maybe I should just put it in front of her.
The 950, the change. Okay.
So and there's hella people in line. So I'm like, dude, you need to get the hell out the way. Because there's like people like, and that's why I'm like, I don't understand why people like, I can't understand how you have a sandwich that long and wait in line like you're waiting for the newest iPhone in 2007. Like, I don't get it. Okay. So I'm like, all right, I'm going to put the change in front of her. She's going to be like, all right, that's a signal for me to get the hell out of here. And she's just going to move the hell out the way.
Okay.
I put the chain in front of her and like, okay, so like the quarter goes down. Like it goes.
You can hear it.
And she hears it. And as soon as she hears it, she looks at it. She's like, she looked at it like I just took a shit on the table. She's staring at it. She's like, and her mouth like slowly goes open. I was like,
was she shocked it was so cheap?
I was like, what did I do? And then she looks up at me. She was like, listen, you don't ever put my change on the table.
Oh no.
You put the change in my hand.
That's gross.
And I said, oh, really, sweetheart? That's how you think this is going to, I'm going to put it in your hand. Yeah, you think that's how it's going to work?
Zippity doo dah
okay.
became.
I was like, okay, yeah, the chain. I was like, sorry, ma'am, there's a line, whatever. And I kept my cool in the moment. But the rest of the day, I was on autopilot. Like, she took her change, she got out of there. The rest of the day, I'm on autopilot. You know when you're driving, sometimes you're on a long drive, and then you're just like, oh, shit, I'm driving. And, like, you're like, did I miss, like, red lights? Like, what happened? Like, you just don't even remember you were driving. That's how my day went. I couldn't remember a thing. As soon as the day finished, I went to the manager. I was like, hey, yo, let's call him Johnny.
Sure.
I was like, hey, yo, Johnny, that's it for me. I'm quitting. He was like, you're putting in your 2 weeks? I was like, no, I'm gone.
I'm putting in my 2 minutes.
I was like,
I'm
no,
out.
No. I don't want, like, the paycheck you guys have left for me, keep it. I didn't even need this job. I was just like, I just wanted to not be a bum. So I was like, I'm gone. He was like, I really thought you were a management material. I was like, you thought wrong, buddy. I'm not supposed to be here. And then he's like, well, tell me why. And I told him that change thing. He's like, that's it? That's all that happened to you? I said, if there's worse, I don't want to be a part of it. Because, look.
Yeah, because if that's normal.
Okay. If I'm staring at like Oprah Winfrey or like a billionaire or some shit and they're like, put the change in my hand, I'm like, you know what?
Fine.
But, you know, this person was just like me. They had like a McDonald's logo on their thing. I was like, dude, we're the same. Why are you acting so crazy? Bro, so I got out of there, dude.
Let me tell you something. The people that work in customer service, wow.
I envy. If you work in customer service.
They've been working there for like 20, 30 years.
Crazy.
Wow.
If you work in customer service or if you work in the dining industry, honestly, a lot of people have this beef, right? About, you know how they're saying minimum wage should go up to like $15 an hour, and a lot of people are like, oh, you shouldn't be paid $15 an hour to be a cashier or whatever like that.
No, they deserve
okay, let me explain something to you. I work a corporate job right now, and yes, my job is hard, and there's a lot more at stake, maybe, but you do not understand how fast paced the dining industry is.
Yes.
Like as soon as you finish something, you start another thing, and everything you put out, if someone bites into a sandwich and it has the wrong size pickle, that's your ass, buddy. Like it's over. Okay.
Yeah.
So you have to have patience and shit like that. And then after all that shit, you get like no tip. That's something Arabs, we need to do a better job at.
Yeah, we don't tip that well.
Yeah. We don't people just expect us not to tip. And they walk by us smelling all types of cologne, seeing all types of Gucci and shit. Like, oh, I'm about to get it. That's Tom Ford, right? That's $500. Yeah. I know what that is. That's $500. Yeah. I'm about to get a big tip.
We can afford $500 cologne.
And then they'll be like, they'll get the receipt. Instead of the tip where that line is, they'll be like, less ice next time. And then it's like, that's it. Like, dude, come on.
That's why they only eat Mac.
Come on. But I don't believe that you don't like Popeyes because I know you like it.
Look, I like it.
Because one time, I literally went to Popeyes randomly. And I saw your ass there waiting in line like the rest of us.
But that was the first time I had it.
Okay, yeah. I'll pretend.
It was the first time because I was in line when this stupid thing came out. Everyone was like, oh, everyone needs to go to Popeyes. You remember that? Everyone would go to Popeyes and there would be like an hour-long wait. Sometimes 2 hours.
Yeah.
So I was like, you know what? Everyone's going. I'm probably missing something. I go. I stand in line. That's the day that you saw me there. I'm standing in line and it wasn't that great. Like I was like.
Well, the first time it wasn't.
It wasn't.
But then you had it again.
I had it again. I was like, okay, this is better. It's a good sandwich. And I would have it again.
Yeah.
But like, Mike, if you say, all right, where do you want to go to right now? Chick-fil-A or Popeye? I'll be like, Chick-fil-A. Let's go right now.
That's fair. I'm not, it's okay to not like seasoning. I get it. But it's fine. It's fine.
Bro, their chicken is good.
Their chicken is good.
And their sandwich, you don't know. You just always assume that, because you've always been trying to push Popeyes on me. Mm-hmm. You're like, oh, Popeyes is the best. I was like, no, I don't like Popeyes. I want to go to Chick-fil-A. And you never agree, man.
Yeah, I just think that Chick-fil-A supplemented me with a level of trauma that you can't really outlive. So.
That's why you hate it. Again, we go back to the whole bias situation.
Yeah, it's the whole bias situation. Yeah. But no, this has been a great episode. You know, our plan is to keep every episode about under an hour. I think in the future we're gonna expand the things that we go over, but in the beginning we just want to talk. We just want to have some fun.
I agree. This was good. Thanks everyone for tuning in for our second episode.
Second week. All right, guys.
Weekly.
Huh? We are doing this weekly. So whenever this does release, because I don't know when this is going to release, but whenever it does, it's going to really release on that day every week moving forward.
That's what we'll plan to do.
Okay. Yeah. All right, guys. Well, we appreciate you guys joining in. Like we said, this is going to be a journey. This is going to be an adventure. I hope you guys bear with us while we try and figure everything out in these early stages. But thank you for listening. We appreciate everything. And be safe out there.
See ya.